Hello, once again, this is Brother Teacher. For some of you, this video may not be very palatable. In other words, you may not accept or want to accept what I'm saying, and you have every right to. But it's the truth. I'm sorry. Someone might ask me, Teacher, how do you know it's the truth? Well, how do you know that it's not? So, as it relates to the verdict concerning our former President Donald J. Trump being found guilty of 34 counts, criminal offenses, or so they say. Ladies and gentlemen, I've asked this question before, and I'm asking it again, and I'm appealing to you to be intelligent. Use the intelligence that God, the Creator, gave you. Use it properly. Stop accepting everything that the media tells you just simply because they said it. It is amazing to me how we are so gullible as human beings, and in this respect or regard, I'm talking about Americans, that whatever comes down the pipeline on television, on the radio, on the internet, we just automatically grasp it and absorb it, run with it, and call it the truth. Whatever happened to discerning the truth, analyzing to see if it has or bears any credibility at all? As it relates to Donald Trump again, we saw a verdict of guilty 34 times from all 12 jurors, supposedly. Now, this is what I believe, and there are many others. It's not just I that believe this. There are professionals, there are lawyers, there are judges who know that this case against Donald Trump that just took place and came to a conclusion almost, they know that it was an attack on him personally so that he does not become president again. And that was solely the mission, to keep him out of the White House. So, think about this. The judge, Democrat, he did not like Donald Trump. And Trump constantly called him conflicted and said that he didn't know what he was doing. And the judge had this stoic look the whole time as if he was honoring his office, his sworn office. Pause for a second. The prosecution vehemently attacking him. So, the judge and the prosecution talked to the people who were in the jury, right? All 12 of them. The jury consisted of 2 lawyers as well. Don't forget that one. That's a footnote. There were 2 lawyers in the jury pool, if you will. So now, what is the judge saying to the jury the whole time, other than telling them how to follow the law? And what is the prosecution saying to the jury? I believe the judge and the prosecution were in cahoots together to prosecute Donald Trump no matter what. no matter what the evidence was or was not. And they intimidated the jury into having a unanimous vote against Donald Trump of guilty. That's what I believe. It was a witch hunt, and it continues to be a witch hunt because it's not all over, said and done yet. But it was, again, keep Donald Trump out of the White House. And that's been the agenda the whole time. That's it. Because he is too popular and too powerful and too influential as a man who was the former president. And they could not beat him in the polls. And Biden's still not beating him in the polls. So let's get him in court. So we're going to make some stuff up. Did you ever question or wonder why, out of all of the other court cases that are high profile that we see on television, that this was not aired on television for the general public to see? Why couldn't we see it? But everything else we see. We saw Michael Jackson for weeks on end in his alleged pedophilia case when he was living, God rest his soul. We saw him on television every day. When famous presidents, popular presidents died, we saw them for several days. They took up the news time. What made this high profile thing any different? Notwithstanding the OJ case, remember that? Nicole Simpson and the Ron Goldman, remember that? That went on for weeks on televised viewership, if you will. Why not Donald Trump? They didn't want us to see something, ladies and gentlemen. They kept it encapsulated in their courtroom so that they can control the jurors' decision. And they made the decision for the jurors. And from intimidation and being convinced, they made them plea against Donald Trump. Many legal scholars, there are professors that are law professors, even a very, very popular Harvard law professional said that this was a miscarriage of justice. They did not follow the rules. That's why they kept the case inside this courtroom, so that they, the judge, the prosecution, could control it. The outcome. They controlled the outcome. It wasn't Donald Trump being accused of 34 counts of anything that he had done wrong necessarily. I'm not saying he's never done anything wrong, mind you. But they were misdemeanors, not felonies. They made them into felonies intentionally. They've been trying to destroy this man ever since he's been running for president again, because they don't want him in the White House. It's really that simple. Would you please do your due diligence and study what's been going on in plain sight the whole time? You just don't see it because you don't want to see it. Use your minds for the first time maybe and get the real picture. Now, if this man is such a criminal, why is he still talking about the corruption of the government and how the alphabet boys, if you will, have been weaponized against him and against the country to destroy him and make America great again? There's a wonder why he wants to make America great again. Look at how the system has been breaking the law to destroy Donald Trump. They've been breaking the law. That was it. And that was all. Please comment, subscribe, and share this video.